know we cannot get through the first week of a brand new year without a big old call to action. So here's what I'm thinking. We all have the different aspects of our lives that we're working on. And I don't want to say that any one of them is more important than the other, but I will say that I think a really powerful place for us to start is to get honest with ourselves and in touch with what is our weakest link. Because, and again, I've talked about this here and there, the thing that is really not working in your life can pull down the rest of it. So let's go over some different categories here. And obviously, I would really love for you to follow along. If you are not driving, maybe even grab a pen and a paper and write some of this down. So let's go over some of the different categories, and then we are going to rate them on a scale from 1 to 10 to see. This is an inventory, okay? This is a fearless inventory about where we are. So we're going to start here. So let's start with, let's go romantic relationship. Okay. And I want you, and you guys don't overthink this. I want you to really just gut feeling on one being like the worst ever. Either you don't have one and you're so lonely and you hate it, or you're in a really abusive, horrible relationship. 10 being, oh my gosh, man of my dreams, pure bliss. Everything's fantastic. Woman of my dreams. This is the most amazing thing ever. Okay, rate that one 1 to 10, romantic relationship. All right, next, I want you to do physical health. Now, some of you are going to be like, okay, well, in this way, it's pretty high, but in this way, it's kind of, no, overall physical health, rate it 1 to 10. Right? Finances, money. Okay? Rating it 1 to 10. 1, I am a broke ass bitch. 10, I am loving it. Money's flowing. I'm abundant. Whatever that means to you. Okay, right? This is for you. All right, next category is going to be career. So your job, or if you're an entrepreneur, your business. So for those of you who are retired, okay, either you can leave this one blank or you can choose the thing that takes the place of this. Next category, rate that 1 to 10. 1, I hate everything about it. 10, it's exactly what I want to be doing for my livelihood. How you make your money. This is the how you make your money. Because there are people who have their career like a 9, they love it, but their finances are a 2. Because they may love it, but it may not be a ton of money, or they are getting a ton of money and they're just not using their money wisely, right? So those are not the same thing. All right, let's go into our families. So these are our children. For those of you that do not have children, right, then you can leave this one blank. If you have pets that mean the world to you, you can put that down. But your babies, all right? And this is for even if your children are grown, like most of mine are. Okay, 1 to 10, how's it going? Now, if you've got one child that's like a 1 and one child that's a 10, average it out, guys. Average it out. If you really want to, you can write each child individually and put a number. All right, let's go into mental health. How is your mind? How sound is your mind? You guys, this isn't about judgment. This is literally about an assessment. 1, I'm really not doing well. 10, I'm feeling very solid and good in this way. And all the numbers in between. I'm going to guess that most of these numbers are going to be, we're going to have a lot of 4, 5, 6, 7s, and 8s, right? You may have some 1s and you may have some 10s. Okay, let's go into your living space. This is your home, your apartment, your trailer. Wherever you're living, how is that working for you on a scale from 1 to 10? right? Okay, you got that? All right, now we're going to go into your relationship with yourself, connection with yourself. This is going to be your self-love. This is going to be your identity stuff. How are you feeling about you? How's your relationship with yourself? Rate that from 1 to 10. Obviously, you guys can pause me at any minute to write this down and to take the time to really think about it. And if you are driving, say the number. You know your number. You guys, you're going to hear the question and you're going to get a number. Don't overanalyze that. Okay, just trust your gut on this number. I'll pause for a minute, drink my coffee for a minute, let you guys catch up. All right, you ready for this? This is the last one. Now, we could go forever doing different categories, but we're going to stop at this last one. And this last one is basically your social life, your friendships. Okay, what's a number in general? So we could just call this connection if you wanted to. But how's that going? Scale from 1 to 10. Now, there's all sorts of things that we could do with this, but for this particular call to action, here's what we're going to do. I want your lowest number. That's what I want. I want your lowest number. So, you obviously do not have to share it with me, but at least say it to yourself. This is my weakest link, okay? If you have two that are like the same number, go into that, be honest with yourself about which one you're struggling with the most. Okay. You got it? You got it circled? Huh? What if in 2019 you took that on? You took that on. And you said, this is the thing that I am going to, obviously you're going to work on the other stuff too. I'm not saying at the, at the expense of everything else. But what if you made a very, very high priority of working on the thing that is the weakest link? That is the call to action today. So more specifically, I want you to think of 3 things that you can take action on this week in the next 7 days that will help to raise that number. So let's say you put down money and your money is a 2. All right, you're behind on some bills, your credit score is pretty low, you're really stressed about money. What are 3 things you can do in the next 7 days to raise that score, even if it just goes from a 2 to a 3? And that's going to be individual to you. Let's say it's your relationship. Let's say your marriage is really rough right now. What are 3 things you could do in the next 7 days that could raise that number even a little bit? You guys, even if it goes from a 2 to a 2.5, right? A win's a win. If we need baby steps, let's take baby steps. But what I really want to know is not just who's willing to do the 3 things this week to raise that one number, but who is willing to keep track in 2019 of all the different areas of life and see what can be raised, and especially that lowest number, especially that weakest link. How powerful would it be for us just to be honest with ourselves? For us to be willing to really, really look at where we currently are and where we want to be. I love this kind of stuff, you guys. I'm a total numbers person when it comes to this. I'm a list person and I love keeping track. What gets measured gets managed. So I guess in a way, you've got the regular call to action, taking 3 action steps on your lowest number, your weakest link, extra credit, big call to action. Listen, if we're going to give our focus to our health for 2019, let's get even more specific and choose the thing we're struggling with the most, and let's raise that up. Come on, you guys, let's love each other. Let's love ourselves. Let's be powerful and focused enough to raise that number up. If you've got something that's a 1, and by the end of 2019 it's a 7, your life will be different. And what I can also guarantee you is that's going to help the other numbers get raised. When we handle the thing that is struggling the most, it raises the entire vibration. Okay, yes, I love this one. I love this one. It's so good. It's so tangible. I love the tangible, practical, pragmatic stuff. All right, I want to hear from you. I want to hear who's in. If you are willing to share some of your numbers, that would be amazing. And in our Facebook group, you guys, you can also message me directly and be like, this is what I'm working on. It may take me a little bit to get back to you, but I want to support you. I love you guys. You can also come see me for a whole assessment. I do beginning of the year sessions, okay? They're 90 minutes long and $90. And we go into your goals for the year. We can do this together. It goes into much deeper than just this, what we just did in this video. So if you need that extra support, please contact me. I'd love to see you for a one-on-one session and a delicious cup of coffee in person. Or if you don't live here in Utah, we can do that over the phone. I love you guys. I want to hear who's in with me. May your coffee be strong and your life be blessed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. And if you would be interested in working with me further, you can check out DawniAngel.com. I would love to come speak to your group, come to your business to do a training, be on your podcast, my personal favorite, or even work with you one-on-one.